Erev Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Hazon. What a beautiful name. A Shabbat of vision. Our tradition, in fact, teaches us that as the Shabbat that precedes the ninth of Av, technically, because the Haftorah, the portion of the prophets that is chanted on this Shabbat, opens with the phrase Hazon Yeshayahu ben Amos. It is the vision of Isaiah. And Isaiah, while a great visionary, envisions a world of peace and worlds in which Lo yisagoy el goy cherev, in which there will be no war, in which gal ze'evim keves, in which lions and lambs lie down together. Yet his opening vision is that of moral and religious decay and ultimately destruction of Jerusalem, the temple, and all of Judah. Yet our sages say the Shabbat is to be called the Shabbat of Hazon, because precisely at the moment of greatest loss is the moment of greatest ability to create and chart a new course. Rabbi Norman Lamb, who passed away this past year, just a few months ago, has a beautiful teaching. He cites the Talmud in the tractate Yuma, where one of the great sages, Reish Lakish, who himself began life perhaps as a scholar, at least according to the Tosfot, then goes out and becomes a highwayman, whether he's a gladiator in the Roman Forum or whether he's an actual robber is subject to some debate, but a world far away from the world of scholarship and of Torah, has a chance meeting by the Jordan River with Rabbi Yochanan and ultimately returns and becomes a great sage. He teaches that at the moment of destruction, when the Babylonians entered into the temple, the first temple, to destroy it, they found in the Holy of Holies the two Kruvim, the two cherubs that stood above the ark, were in fact embracing. One of the miracles of the temple was that when the children of Israel did God's will, the cherubs were, as it were, embraced, signifying the embrace of God's love for his people. But when lo asu ratzon hamakom, the cherubs turned away from each other. At the moment of destruction, when the enemy enters into the Holy of Holies, he finds the two kruvim mechubakim, intertwined, embraced. And Dr. Lamb suggests that ultimately, at moments of loss, whether they be personal or whether they be national, God's there for us to give us that warm hug, to give us that affection. Are we able to feel that closeness? These past many months, all of us, regardless of our circumstances, have been struggling. I bless us as we enter into Shabbat Hazon, the Shabbat of vision. We have the vision and the courage to feel the closeness to one another and ultimately the closeness to the divine. May this be a source of comfort for all who feel alienated alone as we enter into this week of the 9th of Av. May the morning, in fact, be a source of comfort and connection for us, for all of Israel, and ultimately for Chol Yoshvei Tevel, the entire world. Shabbat Shalom.